Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday! Happy Thursday! Welcome to the Thursday live stream. I've got a lot of stuff planned for you today. But first, I got some swag in the mail. Let's see if I can do this. Get rid of my face, maybe put it down here. Yeah, I got some swag in the mail from my friends at Mind Size. They are sponsoring my podcast, and I am interviewing Patrick Garman soon for the show. But he decided to send me a little, make sure I don't show his address anywhere. Yeah, so he sent me a little swag pack. I haven't opened it yet. I thought that would be a fun thing to do on the live stream. So let me see here. I'll get everything set. Move this so that you can actually see it. Make it fun that way. So, all right, let me open the box here. I don't usually do unboxings, but I thought this would be fun. Lots of great stuff in here. First of all, a Mind Size Yeti. Oh man, this is funny because I actually just got, oh wow, front and back. There we go, some Mind Size right here. Figure out how cameras work, and then the brain logo on the other side. Let me tell you, I just also had a custom Yeti made, and if I could only pick one drinking vessel for the rest of my days, I think it would be the Yeti. I love it. So there's that. There is I want to open up this t-shirt on the stream. I should probably tweet that I'm opening up this swag pack from Mind Size right now, so that they know. But here we go, Mind Size t-shirt, looking nice. Oh, and it's a Bella Canvas, which is, friends, if you're gonna make t-shirts, Bella Canvas is the best t-shirt to make. So that's one t-shirt right here, and then there's a purple t-shirt, which is exciting because I don't think any purple t-shirts, which is crazy because my alma mater, the University of Scranton, their colors are purple. So let's see here. Oh, all right. So it's the Mind Size logo on purple. I really like this color. And also Bella Canvas. Remember, Bella Canvas, best. To be specific, actually, because I know he got the right one. It's the Tri-Blend. Bella Canvas Tri-Blend. Let's see if I can I can't. But, oh yeah, here we go. Bella Canvas Tri-Blend right down here. You can't focus on that. It's too small. But it's 50% polyester, 25% rayon, 25% algodon. Anyway, most comfortable t-shirts right here. So thank you for that. Andy's Mints. Oh my God. I love these things. I love these things and I haven't had them in years. That's such a nice thing. All right. Some shiny stickers. Put these everywhere. My daughter will love those. Looks like a coffee mug. Yes. Coffee mugs. Oh my gosh. Like a nice coffee mug too. Look at that. Great logo. Looking good. Man, oh man, Ashevitz. This is really nice. I'm going to have to ask Patrick where he got this mug, because that's really nice. I've been looking at potentially doing coffee mugs because I've been doing the live stream a lot. I've got swag going on, and I would also love to have a nice coffee mug. So I'm gonna have to ask Patrick where he got that. And then, oh man, this is like Christmas. What is this? A zip-up hoodie. Wow. Wow, nice fat pull strings. Wow. Well, I gotta say, nice work, Patrick and Mind Size team. love it. I love everything here. The hoodie feels so comfortable. The shirts are the perfect shirts. And then custom Yeti, different camera. We're looking at one now, not two. And the mug. Yes. So exciting. I'm going to put them right here. Boom. So you can see them during the rest of the stream. Thank you to MindSize for that. I feel like I should tweet a thank you right now, right here, right now. Yeah, I'll show you that I'm doing it. All right. Just opened. All right. Perfect. Perfect. But not why we're here. We are here to, well, let me, gosh, my head is spinning. Just, I love getting stuff in the mail. All right. So the things that I want to talk about today are my favorite apps for iOS. It's going to be iOS, sorry. I'm sure there's probably some crossover for Android. I can't imagine that none of the apps I'm about to mention exist in a cross-platform manner. So it's going to be, just snapped my finger there. It's going to be my favorite iOS apps, but first I want to talk about my Creator Courses redesign. But first, I want to show you, gosh, my desk is a mess. You're about to get a peek behind the messy desk curtain. I just picked up by recommendation of David Sparks, Max Sparky, this little MagSafe stand. So it's just the stand, and you have to provide the puck. But it's fantastic, and this is where my apps will be streamed from today. I'm going to mount it here and control my phone very easily. So super duper exciting. Nice little piece of technology here. Okay, so first though, I want to tell you about the Creator Courses redesign. So let me close out a bunch of the million windows that I have here. I don't know about you, but not windows, tabs. I have like just tons and tons of tabs open all the time. And sorry, shouldn't be reading tweets. Okay. So over the last couple of weeks, I've been thinking about how I want to change focus for Creator Courses, because I noticed that my membership wasn't selling so well. And well, it was that, and the membership was okay. I rolled out a new membership over at the Build Something Club, right, for my podcast, which I'll do this real quick. Members can get a poker chip, a member chip, if you will. These just came today. Also super de-duper exciting. And so you can sign up over at buildsomething.club if you're interested in that. But I also noticed that the a la carte courses were selling a lot better than the membership. So I decided to refocus my efforts and the homepage to focus on that. And so I decided to change up the messaging a little bit. To focus more on these learning paths that I have. And so The learning paths here are podcasting, building websites specifically with WordPress, and creating online courses. And so I have set this up so that those courses are front and center. I've got some more testimonials here on the page. I've got, and then I've got the definitions of the learning paths. So podcasting, site building, and online teaching. Now I'm still honing this message a little bit, but I wanted to mention the redesign because I decided to use Kadence, the Kadence theme. I did a video about that on my YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago called "Is This the New Best Theme?" And looking into it, I really liked what I saw. I liked how fast it was. Chris Lemma wrote a blog post about it. That always helps me make decisions. And then one of the comments was about I should look at Kadence blocks as well. And I looked into Kadence blocks, and it basically turns Gutenberg into a little bit more, the block editor, into a little bit more of a page builder. They have these row layouts that are really nice. That's like the big thing I think missing from Gutenberg right now is you can't create discrete rows. You can only create columns. And so I checked it out and I really liked what I saw. The site is really fast and it was really easy to use. So I'll probably do a more in-depth video about that. But yeah, over the weekend, I decided to change up my messaging, redesign the site. It was running a different theme before, a theme that I love, Astra, a theme that I love. But I wanted to see how far I could get with Kadence as a block builder. And I love some of the default WooCommerce styles and things that they have. And they even have like a WooCommerce extender, so I can look into that a little bit too. But all in all, I really liked what I saw. I liked their footer builder. I know that, again, Astra just rolled out a header and footer builder as well. So, so definitely worth looking into. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but this is just what I decided to look into. Shout out to Matt Medeiros, who is telling me he watches my videos. This is because we were tweeting back and forth a couple of days ago, and he assumed that I watch his videos, and I told him I don't watch his videos. So he's here to let me know he watches mine. Thanks, Matt. Glad to have you here. Of course I watch Matt's videos. Usually, like, right when they come out, actually. Usually good insight. I figure, what are some ideas I can steal from Matt and pass them off as my own? That's usually what I'm looking for. So, big thanks to Matt for being here. Okay, so that was a little bit about the Creator Courses redesign. If you have any questions about what I used or how I did certain things, you know, if you're interested in any of that, if you want to see more in-depth stuff on Kadence or Kadence blocks, let me know, and I'll probably make a more polished YouTube video, but I can also walk through it on the stream here. But the main event for this this stream is my apps situation. So I want to tell you my top 10 favorite apps. You could see on the screen here. Now, can I put myself in the bottom left of this? Great. Okay, so you can see on the screen here that this is widgets. I think I can give you a tour of, yeah, these are just some notes. The weather. This is the Carrot app up top here. You can't see me pointing to anything. But the first widget you see is the Carrot app. They just redesigned and it's amazing. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to like show people, but it's really, really great. I love it. So actually I don't want to spoil any of my favorite apps. So let's go through. I made a list here. It's not really in any order, but it's the ones that came to mind for me. They're not ranked, but they're the ones that I thought of first. And the first is Bear Notes. So I'm going to do this tepidly because I have a lot of notes here. I love Bear Notes because I think it's super clean. It supports Markdown. It supports some private notes here. So that private note is, I don't know if you've heard of BetterHelp, but I've been trying out BetterHelp. I've been like a little stressed lately about how I've been parenting. Like pandemic parenting is really hard. And I feel really bad for my daughter because she's like cooped up at home when she should be at school with friends, but she's like just almost 4. And I'm trying to be more patient with her. So yeah, BetterHelp paired me with a toddler playtime parenting specialist. So, but that's private just because, I don't need my business out there. But everything else is just general thoughts I have. I mean, you could see kind of, if you're really interested in, like the stuff I'm working on, you could like freeze frame this and read. But, I like Bear Notes because it's really well designed. It's super flexible in like its font and its themes. I switch themes super regularly just because I like all of them. I think they're really, really nice, well designed themes. And then they have a tagging system. But what I really like about it is, let's see. Okay, so stuff for my virtual assistant is they have like these wiki style links here, so I can link directly to other notes, but I can also link to headings in other notes. So I've been trying to use this as my main way to dump ideas. And I've been going back and forth. I use like Tot sometimes. I was using Apple Notes for a while, but every time I use Apple Notes, I find myself coming back to Bear Notes. So you can find that, I think it's at bear.app, but if you just search for the Bear app on BEAR in the App Store, you'll find it. That is iOS, iPadOS, and macOS only. I've heard that they're working on a web interface, but there's no timeline for that. So that's Bear Apps. That's my note-taking app. I really love it. The second app I want to highlight is Shortcuts. And so actually, before I go there, you might notice that the icons that I have here, like the settings one and the Spotify one, are not the default icons. And I know that when iOS 14 rolled out, lots of people started customizing their home screen more, but this is a shortcut that opens up the settings, or the app. So if I press Spotify here, you'll see a little drop down. I have a shortcut that opens up Spotify, and I can use a custom icon for that. And you could see some of the stuff I've been listening to lately. Like I tweeted about the 2006 to 2008 playlist. It's like the best playlist I've ever made. So that is Shortcuts. I love Shortcuts because it really helps me with my workflow. And just like automating my house, doing certain things. Turn on Christmas, for example. I turned on all of our Christmas lights. I LoJacked my wife. We share our location with each other, so I just created a shortcut to like quickly go to that instead of having to open the Find My app and then going to People and then selecting Erin. So, stuff like that makes it easier. And then I have a bunch of shortcuts to create projects in OmniFocus and all sorts of other great things. Shortcuts has really, to me, made investing in the iPhone worth it, because as far as I know, there's not an equivalent on Android. And this has been huge for me. I'm big on automation. You probably know I love Shortcuts. I love Zapier. I love IFTTT. Well, I don't use IFTTT that much, but it's stuff I'm looking into, and it's made running my iPhone a little bit easier. So like, for example, this shopping list shortcut I have here allows me to easily add multiple things to my shopping list, something that you can't do through just regular Siri dictation. Profit First will take the number on my clipboard and then generate a Bear note, or a note in Bear, for how much owner pay, how much tax, and how much profit I move into each account. The Finance is a choose from list where I can open any of the finance related apps I have on my phone. That's one of the things I do every morning is I check my main bank accounts, I check my credit cards, just to make sure that I have a full understanding of where we are financially every day. So, excuse me. So Shortcuts has been kind of super integral to productivity on my iPhone and in my house, right? Because I have a HomePod here behind me, and it's, it allows me to do certain things just by voice. Especially with like the shortcuts, right? Because Siri in general kind of stinks, but with shortcuts, it makes it a little bit easier. So that is Shortcuts, one of my favorite apps. Another app, so I've been trying to time track more, and I use Toggle because it's free and it's been around forever. But Toggle, the app, stinks. Like the iOS app stinks, the Mac app stinks even worse somehow. But Timery is a fantastic app that works on top of Toggle. So you can create saved timers. You have all your timers here. I've not been good with time tracking this week. I'm really trying to be better. But it's really nice, and it has some really fantastic widgets. So I have my saved timers here. This is usually a bar graph when I'm properly tracking time. And it donates shortcuts to the system. So I can just say, hey, assistant, start the podcasting timer or whatever. And I really should make more of them and invest more in that because I do want to time track better. Toggle like reminds me, sends me a push notification every few minutes. But if I'm not in the habit of time tracking, then it doesn't do me any good. All right, so that's Timery. Really love it. Next up is Deliveries. I love Deliveries. They're switching to a subscription model like next week or next month, and I will gladly pay for this because it helps me keep track of everything that I've ordered. For example, my daughter loves Lego and loves Star Wars, and she has Rey and Poe and BB-8, but she did not have Finn. He just hasn't come with any of the sets. So I ordered the Finn minifig separately for her. That came today. She was super duper excited. Again, I order a lot of stuff on Amazon, and I like to keep track of it, where it is, where it's come from, if I can expect that it's going to be late, etc. And Deliveries is just a really well-designed app for that. If you're looking for a way to keep track of deliveries, I recommend it. Also, I love that you can import from multiple sites, Amazon. So if you connect to your Amazon account, you can just import the most recent orders without having to do like the order number or tracking number dance. If you have, again, same thing with an Apple, FedEx, and UPS. If you log in with those, it'll just grab the tracking numbers associated with your account and pull them in. Big fan of Deliveries. I think it's fantastic. Next up, we have Reader. I've been trying to read more RSS. And so I have several sections here for business, for news, newsletters. I'm using Feedbin as my RSS reader now. It's $5 a month, but you can set up like auto forwards and it'll like grab newsletters and put them into your feed and stuff like that. I really need to dive into that more. But I've been trying to read more news sources, and so I'm trying to make a habit every morning or every evening to sit down and read what's in the RSS reader, or at least like parse through it and add it to my read it later service, which is Instapaper. And so that's actually another thing I like about Reader. It's well designed, but also you can connect multiple sources to it. So I have Feedbin, and then I also have Instapaper attached to it. I'm also in Instapaper. I'm like trying out Instapaper Premium, which like reads articles to you, which is very appealing to me. Like if I don't have a podcast to listen to, I'll listen to an article, but I'm just trying that out. We'll see how it goes. But it's nice that I can have everything I'd want to read in one app. The iPad app is also really nice. So that is Reader 5 to be specific. You'll also, maybe you'll notice, well, you probably haven't noticed, but one of the things that differentiates, except for shortcuts, one of the things about most of the apps I'm selecting is that they have custom icons. I just like matching the icons. Like if we go over here, the icons are matched. Dark Noise, is Dark Noise on this list? Dark Noise is not in the top 10, but it's a fantastic app. I recommend it. Okay, so next up is actually Instagram. And I picked Instagram because it's the social network that I've been enjoying the most. It infuriates me the least. I like looking at people's pictures. It's a fun place for me to post because I like taking pictures. And it's a clean app, so I've been enjoying Instagram, so I added it to the list for that reason. I don't need to really tell you about Instagram, but it's been the social network I've been enjoying the most. Speaking of social networks, Tweetbot just released version 6. Tweetbot is my favorite Twitter app because it's very controlled there. It supports like regular expressions for filters. And I can limit what I see, and that's really important to me. So, Tweetbot has been a really great Twitter client. Overcast, yes. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Those podcasts can be found in Overcast. It's my favorite podcasting app. It's really nice. Marco Arment knows what he's doing. And it's always fast and reliable. And a little customizable. It's free, ad-supported, and then you can pay, I think, something like $10 a year to support development. And honestly, I'm thinking about advertising my own podcast in there. So we'll see. I don't know. But I really, really like the app. Some of the things, I don't want to pipe in audio, but it's got great support for show notes. It's got a lot of options. So I can like kind of customize how I want to listen and the seek buttons and remote episode skip and headphone remote stuff and just a lot of neat features. Plus shortcuts. And then you got the theme, picking the theme and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a good podcast app, I recommend Overcast if you're on iOS. They also have a web interface. Which is nice. I like, if I want to pick it up from my computer, I can do that. Though lately I've just been tapping my phone to the HomePod and listening there. Okay. Next up is Carrot Weather. I'm a little torn because this is the beta. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm like Mac Rumors or whatever. So, Carrot Weather is my apps I'm like a secret weather nerd, I guess. But Carrot Weather is great because it in 5.0 it's super customizable. This is completely redesigned. It's got Snark, which is great, but it has multiple sources. You can get all sorts of data here. If you have an at-home weather station, it can connect to those somehow. I forget exactly how. Sources, personal weather stations, right? So it supports Neatmo and Tempest, or I can try to find public local ones. So I've been thinking about getting a personal weather station because I am that nerdy. But it's great. It's like gamified. It gets mad at you if you poke its ocular sensor. It's got you can save a bunch of locations, and so, and the widget is awesome. Like this is the forecast widget, so like if it's just normal weather, it'll show you like the hourly forecast. But if it's like raining, it'll change to like precipitation and things like that. an extremely thoughtful app and super customizable. I have like weather alerts, the high and low, what it feels like. On Cortex, they talked about how the feels like temperature is the only important temperature, because if it's 40 but it feels like 30, like you're going to dress differently. And then I have the sunset and sunrise and things like that. So can't say enough good things about Carrot Weather. And they have I think it's, he has a free tier now, and you can try it out, like the premium stuff, free for 7 days. It's expensive for a weather app. I think I pay like $30 a year for it, but it's a lot of data that I'm really interested in. So, plus if I get my own weather station, it'll be even more hyper local data. So, worth paying for. Support good developers. I try to. And I get a lot of value out of it. Speaking of great apps with lots of value, PCalc is next on the list. I love PCalc. It's, again, super customizable, like to the point where you can long press and edit the layout of the buttons, which is insane. So if you're using certain functions a lot, you can add them. It's got the tape and the memory register and custom icons and custom skins. And I'm definitely not using it to its full potential, but it's really, it's a calculator app for like super math nerds or nerds like me, I guess. And if you're looking for a good calculator app that's better than the built-in one and can do a lot more and can do a lot of specific things, PCalc is where it's at. It's a really, plus the developer, James Thompson, I think he used to work for Apple, and he is like always on top of the latest stuff in the operating system. So that's PCalc. So let's see, that was 9, right? Bare Notes, Shortcuts, Timery, Deliveries, Reader, Instagram, Overcast, Carrot Weather, PCalc, and finally, Fantastical. And Fantastical, this is, it's a calendar app. It's, again, something maybe a little bit more pricey. I don't want to like show all my meetings. You know, it's like, I think it's $29 a year for a subscription, but I live and die by my calendar. And having a good calendar app is super important to me. I've used Fantastical for years. Their natural language processor is fantastic. They added a bunch of great new features in here, like scheduling links and things like that. I don't use it, but supports multiple calendars and surfaces the right stuff. And like the heat map in this widget is like to die for. It's so great that I can like glance at the widget and know how busy my days are going to be. Absolutely love it. So I absolutely love Fantastical. So those are my top 10 apps for iOS. If you have any questions about any of that, feel free to leave a comment or a tweet. And, you know, just let me know what you think. So that's everything I planned to cover in this live stream. I don't see any questions coming in, but thanks so much to MindSize for the swag and for eventually sponsoring how I built it. Thanks to Kadence for making a super great system of themes and blocks that I could quickly relaunch my my creator courses website. I really, it didn't take too long to get the scaffolding in place, and then I just spent a bunch of time, you know, finding the right graphic here, and kind of ironing out some of the details, which I'm still ironing out. Like for example, I did not realize that this link was like so light you can't read it, so I'll change that. Maybe we'll get a little preview of how it works. So let's see. If I scroll down here, you know why I didn't realize is because in the admin it's not that color. So well, I don't want you to watch me track down things. But occupation, container, individual settings. So there's probably a way for me to container border. I don't know if I can change the link color specifically in here, but I'll look into that because that's bad contrast. You don't want that, especially with links, but with any text. What I one setting I really liked in Kadence was that like you can turn the underline for hyperlinks on, which is like I've been on a crusade for that lately because first of all it's clearer. Now I'm grandstanding, but here we go. Underline your links in your contents. Just having it a different color does not work as well. Underline lets people know that it is a link, and then when you hover over it, the underline goes away. You can make it do that. And it's very clear that I'm hovering over something that's active. So I've been on a crusade to, especially in the content, underline all of the links. And I was just really happy to see Kadence like had that as a setting in the customizer. So that was the Creative Courses redesign. And then my favorite apps: Bare Notes, Shortcuts, Timery, Deliveries, Reader 5, Instagram, Overcast, Carrot Weather, PCalc, and Fantastical. Thanks so much for watching. That's not the right camera angle view thing. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you are interested, if you are more interested in some of the things I'm talking about, you can head over to howibuilt.it/subscribe to sign up for my mailing list. That's free to join. I'll probably ask you to join the Build Something Club at some point, but that is a free weekly newsletter where I send out all sorts of links on thoughts and other things that I didn't cover here on the live stream or on any of my other content. So definitely do that. If you liked this video and you are on, if you're watching it live on Twitch, do whatever you do on Twitch. If you're watching the replay on YouTube later, click the thumbs up button and click the subscribe button to get more great content. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, get out there and build something.